war is escalating. Thousands are drafted each month. Back home, there's a different battle being fought. And there's this.
It's a new thing, it's a fun thing, it's a swing ring.
Anyway, all while one band continues what was then the biggest stadium tour in history.
Here are the Beatles! Thank you very much. This is called Ticket to Ride.
Audio's rolling.
Speed.
Where's the clapboard?
So Cullen, how old were you when you first heard the Beatles?
I was probably like 8 or 9 when I was aware. We used to listen to WDGY and KDWB were the big AM radio.
Discover why Beatle John Lennon fears growing old.
Every other song was a Beatles song, it seemed like. I remember being crushed when my sister told me that those are just records they're playing. They're not actually in the studio. I was just like flabbergasted. Or apparently I wasn't very bright, I don't know.
To my childhood was the Beatles. That's when I started listening to music. I'm sure any of those girls that were sitting anywhere live with them knew that they were jumping up and screaming and crying. It was such a natural reaction. I don't know what it was, except that Paul McCartney was the cutest thing I ever saw. Yeah. He still is, so yeah.
How about you, Colin? Which one was the cutest for you?
I'm going to say Ringo, yes. Yeah. I always had a crush on Ringo.
It's August 21st, 1965, and the Beatles are performing in Minnesota for the first time.
My sister wanted to go see the Beatles with her girlfriends, and Mom said, sure, but you've got to take your younger brother along, which I don't know if she was real thrilled about or not. I said, okay, that's cool, we're going to see the Beatles. That'll be fun. My first concert, one of my earliest memories, actually.
For 9-year-old Cullen, seeing his first concert at the height of Beatlemania, what could possibly go wrong?
You officers that are stationed in front of the stage behind the barricade, you will go to the first aid man and he will furnish you with earplugs so as to keep you from having a headache. We have a detention room. Any person that you arrest for ejection will be brought to room D. We will not allow any dancing, running up and down the aisle. Is that clear with everybody?
End of part 1. Intermission. End of intermission. Part 2.
On the day of the concert, the Beatles land in St. Paul and are instantly greeted by Minnesota Nice. Following their arrival, the band does a press conference for local radio stations. They're asked some penetrating questions.
First question about your hair. How can you sleep at night with that long?
How do you sleep with your arms and your legs still attached? Just the same.
That evening, Cullen's first concert experience begins at Met Stadium, where the Beatles are set to perform.
We were about 10 or 15 rows back from the dugout, so we're not super close. Felt like I was like almost eye level with the band.
Due to safety concerns, no one is allowed onto the field where the stage is set up.
So all of a sudden these 4 guys come running out of the home team dugout. 3 guys had their guitars. I think Ringo's running out with his drumsticks in hand. Oh my God, there they are, they're on stage. I remember the crying and the screaming and sitting there, and this girl was just absolutely carrying on. And I remember pointing at my sister saying, what's wrong with her? My sister slapping my hand down saying, don't point, and just, be cool. So I was cool and just ignored all this nonsense going on. But even back then at 9 years old, I thought, this is crazy, Guess I didn't think people would really react like that, especially not in Minnesota, We'd seen it on TV, but to see it live, for a second there, you're like, are they going to be okay? I think I was really concerned about something bad happening, John had his little, what do you call those caps? There's a name.
A John Lennon hat.
Well,
that's what
I think there's
call
probably
it.
a better name than that for it, but they broke into their first song, and I think that's the first time it really struck me that this is kind of a big deal.
Between the stadium's PA system and the 25,000 screaming fans, the music doesn't stand a chance.
The sound was just echoing or, reverberating around the stadium, and it's like one song would end, and then the next song would start up, and it was all just a mush of noise, and it was horrible.
How long did they play for?
I would say 35 minutes, tops. It was quick, boom, boom. I think they did like 10 or 11 songs. It was like, man, it's over? That was it,
Did you guys, encore? Was there stuff like that back then?
I don't think so.
So they were done and over, and everybody got up and left?
It was almost like it was over before it started. In and out, and they were gone.
This is a very special memory for you, obviously. Not everybody had the chance to see the Beatles. I know, Roxanne, you didn't get a chance to?
No. I was the only Beatle person in the neighborhood. Who knew they wouldn't come back?
Well, as Paul said, that's it.
How did you two meet?
We met at the St. Paul Post Office, downtown St. Paul. He was in management and I was a clerk. When I would meet somebody, you don't know them and you talk, so I always would ask, are you a Beatle person or are you a Rolling Stone person? And he said that he was a Beatle person, and then he happened to put on the end of that he saw the Beatles, and I was so impressed. I had never met anybody that was there. And I was like, this is the start of something. Like I said, if he would have said the Rolling Stones, we wouldn't be here today.
And truth be told, I probably would have said the Rolling Stones, except I knew the answer she was looking for was the Beatles. So, yeah.
So, see, there you go. A little sidebar.
Yes.
That I never heard before.
After all these years.
What is it about this memory that has impacted your life the most?
I wouldn't have met my wife, my companion of 32 years, if not for that Beatles conversation.
I tell that story to everybody we meet, that he was there. I'm still impressed with it.
So, there you have it. I guess we never really know where our experiences will take us, which once-in-a-lifetime memories will lead to a lifetime's worth with our true love. But there is one certainty. In the end, all you need is love. Seriously?
I like the British guys. I don't know why. I guess they had the longer hair. Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, yes.